You say you want success, but do you really? Because if you did, you'd stop making excuses. You'd stop telling yourself the same tired story about why you're stuck, why things aren't working, why life is so unfair. Let me tell you the truth. You are not stuck. You are choosing to stay where you are. That may sting, but it's the best news you'll ever hear, because if you are choosing this life, it means you can choose something different. You can change, you can shift, you can break free. But first, you've got to kill the excuses. I don't have time. Neither did Elon Musk when he was sleeping in his office, working 100-hour weeks to build Tesla and SpaceX from nothing. Neither did Oprah Winfrey when she was juggling multiple jobs just to survive. I wasn't born rich. Neither was Howard Schultz, the man who turned Starbucks into a global empire after growing up in public housing. I don't have the right connections. Neither did Steve Jobs when he built Apple in a garage. The difference between them and most people: they didn't let their circumstances define them. They didn't make excuses, they made it happen. You've been lying to yourself. That excuse you keep telling, it's not real. It's a story, a belief, a chain you wrapped around your own potential. And you've repeated it so many times you actually believe it. But beliefs are nothing more than thoughts we keep thinking. Change the thought, change the belief, change your entire life. Because the second you stop making excuses, everything shifts. There are only two types of people in this world: those who find a way and those who find an excuse. Which one are you? Because I promise you, there is always a way. Always. But if you're too busy defending your limitations, you'll never see it. You'll stay exactly where you are, convincing yourself that life is unfair, that other people have it easier, that success is for them, not you. And that is the biggest lie you'll ever tell yourself. People who win, who rise, who dominate their space, they have the same 24 hours you do. They just use them differently. While most people are hitting snooze, they're already up, putting in the work. While others scroll through social media, they're reading, learning, growing. While most complain about what they don't have, they focus on what they do have and turn it into something greater. Your life is a direct reflection of what you choose to accept. If you accept mediocrity, you will live a mediocre life. If you accept excuses, you will always be stuck. But if you truly decide that you will no longer tolerate anything less than your full potential, everything changes. Excuses are a virus. They spread, they infect, they destroy potential. The only cure: ruthless ownership. Own your life, own your choices, own your future. Because the moment you take full responsibility, you take full control. No more excuses, no more waiting. Your time is now. If someone else talked to you the way you talk to yourself, would you tolerate it? If a friend looked you in the eye and said, "You're not good enough. You'll never make it. You always mess up," how long would you stay friends with that person? Probably not long. Yet every single day you say these things to yourself. And worse, you believe them. Your words shape your world. Every time you say, "I'm a failure," your brain accepts it as truth. Every time you say, "I'll never succeed," your actions follow. Your mind is a heat-seeking missile. It locks onto whatever you feed it. If you feed it doubt, it will find reasons to prove you right. If you feed it power, it will find ways to make you unstoppable. Look at Muhammad Ali. He didn't wait until he was the greatest to say, "I am the greatest." He said it first. He declared it. He lived it before the world could see it. And then, he became it. Into aim it. Because words are more than sounds. They are programming. Your brain is listening to every single thing you say, and it's adjusting your actions to match. The problem is, most people have been running the wrong script for years. Think about this. A lion doesn't wake up and question if it's strong enough to hunt. It doesn't sit there and wonder, "What if I fail?" No, it knows what it is. But humans, we question ourselves constantly. We hesitate. We doubt. And that hesitation is what kills potential. It's not lack of talent, not lack of opportunity. It's the stories we tell ourselves, and most people tell themselves the wrong story. What's your story? Because right now, it's shaping your future. The words you choose are building your destiny. You say, "I'm not smart enough." Who told you that? You say, "I'm too old, too young, too inexperienced." According to who? The only limits that exist are the ones you accept. And the moment you change the words, you change the game. Look at Tom Brady, a 6th-round draft pick. No one thought he'd be anything special, but he thought differently. He saw himself as the best long before the world did. And that belief shaped his training, his discipline, his career. Champions don't wait for others to believe in them. They decide first. They create the mindset first. The world catches up later. So what are you going to start telling yourself? Are you going to keep running the old, broken script, or are you going to rewrite it? Because the truth is, you already are enough. You already have everything you need inside you. But until you believe it, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Your words must match your vision. You must speak power, strength, resilience, success. Because once you do, your brain will find a way to make it reality. It starts now. Change your words, change your thoughts, change your thoughts, change your life. If you want to soar, you can't keep people in your life who are anchoring you to the ground. You can have all the talent, all the ambition, all the discipline in the world, but if you surround yourself with the wrong people, you will never break through. You are not just the sum of your choices, you are the sum of the people you spend the most time with. Look around. Who are they? Are they pushing you forward or pulling you back? Are they challenging you to be better or convincing you to stay the same? Because whether you realize it or not, their habits, their mindset, their standards are shaping yours. Success is never just about what you do. It's about who you surround yourself with. You can't be great while spending time with people who accept mediocrity. You can't have an unstoppable mindset while hanging around people who make excuses. If they complain, you complain. If they're lazy, you start cutting corners. If they settle, so do you. It happens without you even realizing it. That's how powerful your environment is. It either lifts you or it poisons you. Look at Kobe Bryant. He didn't train with people who were okay with average. He trained with people who wanted to win. He studied the best. He worked harder than everyone around him. He understood that if he wanted to be elite, he had to be around people who thought and operated on that level. Look at Warren Buffett. One of his biggest pieces of advice? Surround yourself with people who are better than you, because over time you'll rise to their level. You will rise to their level. The best in the world are deliberate about who they allow in their space. But most people, they stay stuck because they refuse to let go of the relationships that no longer serve them. They keep people around out of guilt, out of history, out of comfort, and that's why they never level up. You cannot fly if you are chained to people who don't want to see you rise, and not everyone is going to celebrate your growth. Some will try to hold you back, not because they don't love you, but because your progress makes them uncomfortable. It reminds them of everything they aren't doing. And instead of stepping up, they'll try to pull you back down. So you have a choice. You can stay where it's safe, where it's familiar, where you don't ruffle any feathers. Or you can break free and surround yourself with people who push you, challenge you, and demand more from you. Find people who make you uncomfortable because their standards are so high. Find people who see your potential and refuse to let you settle for anything less. Because when you get in the right environment, everything changes. Your mindset shifts. Your actions follow. Your life transforms. The question is, are you willing to let go of what's holding you back to reach what's ahead? You don't get what you want. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. Success isn't waiting for you. It's not going to knock on your door, hand you an opportunity and say, here you go. You have to go after it. You have to demand it. And that means taking massive action right now. Most people wait. They wait for the perfect time, the right opportunity, the moment when everything aligns. But that moment doesn't exist. There is no perfect time. The only time is now. The only way forward is action. Right now, in this moment, you have two choices. Do nothing and stay exactly where you are, or take action and change everything. It's that simple. Look at the people who succeed at the highest level. They don't have all the answers. They don't know exactly how everything will work out, but they move, they start, they take the first step, then the next, then the next. They build momentum, and momentum is everything. The hardest part of change is starting, but once you do, everything shifts. Think about it. 1 hour at the gym today won't make you fit overnight, but 1 year of consistent workouts, that transforms you. 1 extra sales call today won't make you rich, but 1 call every single day for 5 years, that leads to financial freedom. 1 new habit, 1 new discipline, 1 new action, it compounds, it builds. It creates a future completely different from the one you're living now, but you have to start. Jeff Bezos didn't know what Amazon would become when he started in his garage. He just took action. Elon Musk didn't have a roadmap for Tesla or SpaceX when he bet everything on them. He just kept moving forward. They didn't wait. They didn't hesitate. They acted. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The successful don't wait for confidence, they create it through action. And that's where most people get stuck. They think they need motivation to start. They believe they have to feel ready. But that's backward. Action creates motivation. Action creates momentum. You don't wait to feel inspired. You move and inspiration follows. You don't wait until the fear disappears. You push through and the fear shrinks. You take control. You decide. You move forward no matter what. So what's the first step? Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, what's the one thing you can do in this moment that moves you forward? Because this moment is all you have. If you don't take action now, you never will. The people who win in life aren't the smartest, the luckiest, or the most talented. They're the ones who take action. The ones who stop thinking, stop waiting, stop making excuses, and start doing. That's the choice in front of you. And it's the only choice that matters. Take action now. If you give yourself a way out, you'll take it. That's human nature. If there's an exit door, if there's a safety net, if there's a plan B, your mind will retreat the second things get tough. And guess what? Things will get tough. The question is, what will you do when they do? Will you fight forward or will you take the easy way out? Most people fail not because they aren't capable, but because they never commit fully. They dip their toes in the water instead of diving in. They try instead of deciding. But trying doesn't build empires. Trying doesn't transform lives. Success doesn't respond to half effort. It demands everything. You have to burn the bridges, cut off the escape routes, make success the only option. Because when there's no turning back, when failure is no longer an acceptable outcome, that's when you truly show up. That's when you perform at your highest level. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't move to America thinking, I hope this works out. He didn't say, I'll give it a shot. He made a decision. He didn't have connections, money, or a backup plan. He committed. He went all in. And that's why he dominated bodybuilding, Hollywood, business, and politics. Because he never entertained the idea of quitting. He decided, and then he acted. Look at the greats. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team. He didn't say, maybe this isn't for me. He used it as fuel. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first job in television. She didn't go looking for a safer career. She doubled down. These people didn't allow failure to be the end of their story. They used it to push them forward. But most people, they leave themselves an out. They start a business, but they tell themselves, if it doesn't work, I'll go back to my old job. They chase a dream, but they let self-doubt creep in. That's why they don't break through. If you always leave yourself an option to quit, you will take it. The mind loves comfort. It will always seek the easy path, unless you remove it. So what's your commitment? Not your wish, not your hope, your decision. What are you willing to go all in on? What are you willing to sacrifice for it? Because success isn't reserved for the lucky. It's claimed by those who commit fully, gets claimed by those who commit fully. When you make a real decision, everything changes. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop making excuses. You move with certainty. And when you do, life bends in your favor. Doors open. Opportunities appear. Why? Because the universe rewards commitment. It rewards the person who shows up day after day, no matter what. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not next year. Right now, burn the bridges. Cut off the escape routes. Go all in. Because once you commit at that level, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. This is your wake-up call. No more excuses. No more negative self-talk. No more toxic people. Success isn't about what you're willing to do. It's about what you're willing to stop doing. Right now, decide. Are you going to be the person who talks about success or the one who actually achieves it? The choice is yours. The